side notes. We will be traveling by plane, by bus, and by train. We have an overnight train in this trip, okay? I don't know if you've ever experienced that. I have when I was your age in France. It was very interesting. But we will have all of that. I will tell you, sometimes we don't expect it, but because we travel so much, and Peru is not like, you know, here necessarily, and the roads aren't the best, it is bumpy. If you get car, even if you don't think, I normally don't get car sick. I took Dramamine every day. It just knocked me out in the bus. I was fine with that. There will be a lot of driving, and you're gonna have to accept that. Sometimes I get antsy too, but if you want to see the country, you're gonna have to sacrifice a little bit of travel time. Okay, that's where you sleep. Or last year they sang until I said stop. It wasn't really our group; it was the other group. The accommodation, so all the hotels, they are certified. All the hotels are certified. It is more of a bungalow kind of when we're in the service learning part of it. It is bungalow-ish, okay? When I was in Dominican, it was more bungalow. When we were in the Amazon, it was wonderful. I was okay with it. So it all depends. However, then we went from the Amazon to literally an all-inclusive resort. So you never know what we're gonna get. We find out about 2 months ahead of time before we leave, and then you can scope it all out, okay? Ground transportation is all covered, educational itineraries, sightseeing, and it's licensed tour guides, and the entrance fees are included, full-time program directors, service hours, the service projects included, the interactive language learning, leadership building activities and workshops, and the global travel protection plan. So, paying for your tour. For students, it is $4,000. Now, that is over 2 years. This is why I show it 2 years in advance. Next year, those kids, they're only gonna have 1 year to save for this. My parents, this is when they made me get a job. Or they had me ask for, you know, birthday, Christmas, all that kind of money. And actually, when you see the next slide, it actually breaks down really nice. Now, adults, you can come on tour, believe me. We would love extra eyes. And kids, you will not see them, I promise you. Well, you'll see them, but they'll be with us. Like, we want our time too. So the total for adults, if you decide, hey, I want to take this tour too, it's $4,450, and that includes everything, okay? I forgot to mention with the safety, and I always put it out there because I don't want you guys to think any differently. As far as the kids with drinking and drugs, that kind of stuff, that goes with us too. I do not allow her as my co-chaperone. We do not touch alcohol as well. Okay, we are alert and ready at all times. Believe me, I've had to pull some wildlanders before. So, okay, so you can see that price. Now, it's basically, I think you broke it down in the other PowerPoint for me. It was like if you save $1.60 every day from here until we leave, that's your trip. Now I think about me, I go to Dunkin' every day. And that's like, I could probably go without it every day. So think about those things. It might make you penny pinch kids a little bit more if you really are passionate about it. So here's the breakdown. If you roll by October 13th, it's paying $196 a month or $49 a week. There is a scholarship. If you enroll by this Friday, what day is today? Wednesday. I think he said this Friday. I can get back to you. It might be next Friday. But it's $200 early enrollment fee, so you get $200 off. Also, if it's your second EF tour, you get minus $100, which I know there's another kid that I think is going to go on this one as well that went to Ecuador. And I'm going to check on you with twins. So, all it starts with is a $95 deposit. That's all you need to enroll. You also have the access to do your own donation page. So if you want to advocate for it, some of my students do that and they get it funded through other people getting sponsors, and then you can send postcards from the places we visit and say, thanks for sponsoring this trip, this is me doing this, and send it to them from Peru. You can share your giving page on social media, via email, with anyone you'd like to ask for donations. Now, you might say, what about fundraising? If you guys want to facilitate that, great. I did it with Costa Rica. It got really messy because I'd have to divvy it all out. And I'll be honest, with all the things that we have going on right now, not to mention I'm planning a wedding, I don't know if we have the time necessarily. However, you guys, by all means, I mean, we can sit with you and help you. But understand that you have to learn, like we have to then divvy it out if it's a whole group thing. Or parents, if you want to organize things, that's great too. But this is a new thing. They did not have this last year, and I think that's awesome. Payment options. I'm only going to talk about one because it's the easiest one, the automatic payment plan, which is free. They automatically get deducted from your bank account. You can choose monthly or bi-weekly. You can pay up in full if you want, and a manual payment option. That gets a little sticky. I'm just going to put it out there. Some parents get confused. I cannot answer any financial questions. I don't know on that end necessarily, but they are great to talk to. Great to talk to. This is the Traveler Support Specialist. Okay. Phone number 800-665-5364. And so here's the deal. Right now I have the enrollment window set for October 13th at midnight. Sort of like your deadline, like your homework assignment. Okay? There are 12 spots available. If we reach 12, which is fabulous, if we reach 12, we'll talk. We like to keep it small and homey, like a little family. But if we reach 12 and people are like, but Senorita, I know I definitely want to go, and we can talk to our tour consultant, and we can probably open up a couple more spots. Okay? It comes first come, first serve. There's 2 easy ways to enroll. You can go online, super easy, or you can call. On the front of this paper, I have our tour number. It's on the sticker here. And then it has our group leader, that's my number. And you just have to give all this information to them, and they will enroll you. Now, you can enroll later on. Obviously, the payment might change. This after like a couple of months, obviously you have to pay more because there's less time to enroll. Okay, so that's sort of what we're locked in at right now. I didn't do that bad. It's only 45 minutes. Got you, Alice. Just kidding. So. Yeah. If you have questions, if you're ready to scoot out, Senora is gonna take these on your way out. Please fill this out for me and for us. Oh, big one. When you enroll, please use your parent email, because the kids were putting their email, and I don't know if you know how that works. They don't really check their email very well sometimes. So last year for Ecuador, like 2 weeks before the trip, I'm getting all these emails from parents like, hey, what's going on? Like, and I'm like, your kid's been getting all these emails. And I was like, kids? And they're like, ugh. So please put the parent email or whoever is responsible for knowing all the information so that I can contact them. Yeah. So if you're ready to scoot out, you may. If you have any questions, you can hang around, and I'm more than happy to answer them. Thank you for your time. Again, give your student a pat on the back, or your son or daughter, because they deserve this nomination. And we look forward to hopefully traveling with you. Be great. Awesome. Thanks, guys.